Brett Cotter. Welcome to the program.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me on.
You are the founder of StressIsGone.com, Brett?
Yes, that's right. We started the company about 3 or 4 years ago, and I've been into stress relief for about 12 years now.
Okay, let's say I'm under a lot of stress. Let's say I'm Demi Moore, Albert Pujols, Tracy Jones. How do you relieve stress? My partner talked about sex. I mean, for me, that works.
Sex is great. I mean, that's preferred probably, right? But when you don't have a willing partner that you're in love with, maybe that might not be something that would be the best thing to do, right?
Well, then you got to fantasize or get out a little computer and.
Yeah, and that sometimes could create more stress if you feel guilty afterwards, or if it prolongs you finding that person that you really want in your life. But I would say my goal is to hand people something that they could use no matter where they are. Yeah. So let's say they're not at home with their spouse and they're not in front of a computer. What do you do then? Do you really act out and yell, or do you use this tool, which we really found helps a lot of people? It helps students, teachers, work with police officers, firemen, and it's a pretty simple technique.
Okay.
Basically, in a nutshell, once you're stressed, you locate the tension in your body and you put your hand there. So when we're stressed, a lot of people might be tense in their chest or their stomach. So you just want to put your hand there. Right?
I get stressed, I get all right in my shoulders. So I should just put my hand there? Am I supposed to rub them or just put my hand on my shoulder?
Just put your hand there for a moment and take a few deep breaths. And then you could let your hand, relax and put them on your lap. And now start breathing deeply, right? And this is the key. Once you're into this technique for about a minute, then I want you to start silently saying, I'm okay, once per breath. And what you find is in about 2 minutes, your tension will be gone from your body, and your mind will be clear. And what happens here is from slowing down your breathing and saying, I'm okay, once per breath, that reverses the logic of our stress reaction, which is our fight or flight reaction. Yeah. And that is built on the logic of I must run or fight to stay alive. So when your stress reaction and all those chemicals in your body here, you say calmly, I'm okay, they go, oh, well, why the heck are we stressing out?
Hey, Brett, let me tell you something. If I do that to me, my body says, you're lying. You're not okay. You're doing a stress relief exercise right now. You're freaking out. Then I get more stressful.
That's a great point.
Okay, Brett, but wait a minute. Excuse me. I'm sorry for interrupting. So what do? I breathe in, take a deep breath, and I pat myself on the back?
No. So step one, locate
because I do that all the time.
Step one, locate tension. Put your hand on it if you can.
Doing that.
Right? Okay. So step one, again, locate the tension. Put your hand on it if you can. Then start breathing deeply and slowly. Okay? The third step is silently say once per breath, I'm okay. Okay, now, one of you guys just brought up a great point. There's a big battle.
What about when my body says you're lying to me? I know you're stressing out because you're doing something to do something about stress.
That's not your body. That's your mind talking, okay? So your body wants to return to homeostasis. Your body wants that stress relief exercise. Your mind is saying it's not going to work. It's BS, right? Mm-hmm. So there's a little battle between the ego and this exercise. And if you give the exercise a few minutes, you'll find that the ego loses.
Okay.
And you have to give it a few minutes. And the better you get at it, after a month or two of practicing this, you could sense stress coming around the corner.
Well, what if your tension and your stress is the result of somebody else, partner?
That's never truly the case because your stress comes from past memories that have been repressed from childhood. Mm-hmm. So, in a nutshell, if you really want to go deep, it doesn't have to do with your wife. It has more so to do with your relationship with your mother or your father or some sibling or a past girlfriend that shaped the way your heart experiences your relationships in the world. So there's a couple of quick techniques we do for that. In a nutshell, to find out what the real issues are, the next time you get stressed, I want you to write down the thought that's repeating in your head. It could be, get her out of my face, I can't believe she just did that, I can't believe you do this to me. You want to write those thoughts down, and then you want to write down the emotion that's fueling the reaction. It could be anger or frustration or jealousy or something like that. For some people, it's sadness and depression. You just want to write it down. Once you have those two things written down, I want you to take a few minutes to relax, and then you ask yourself, what's the first time I ever had that thought and that emotion together at the same time? At this moment, you start to look back on your life, and you start to think about different people that you met.
You know what? Let's get together again when we can talk longer, Brett, because I'm kind of up against my news here. And Brett Cotter.
I like the breathing stuff. I do.
StressIsGone.com. Is that correct?
Yeah, stressisgone.com. We have free mobile apps there and a lot of free stuff you could download that'll help you get to the root of your stress and start to breathe correctly to regain balance when you're stressed out.
Thank you so much.